Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 23 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I am now on, recording solution number 3. This is my first video using Microsoft Game Bar, Xbox Game Bar. And we're going to see how this video works out. Because I really need a sustainable solution for my recording if I'm going to keep running this channel. So, hopefully you saw the video Friday morning that talked about the problems I had, but just as a quick recap, NVIDIA's Shadowplay just started basically not recording for no reason. So I did a quick update of what had happened in the previous season's off-season, and I also covered what happened in the first month of the season, first couple months actually. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to play some more games, and we're going to see if the recording here holds out. Yes, so again, if you didn't see the video, our newest players were Danny Alvarado, who we acquired in a trade, Anthony Young, the catcher, and Bobby Ramirez, who's a Rule 5 draft pick. As you can see, over the first few months of the season, the offense is worse, and the pitching staff is better. I guess I'll take that. I don't have much of another choice. Let's go ahead and simulate a month and see where that gets us. You may notice I'm also in windowed mode. I'm not in full screen, which is normally how I record. I'm not saying that was the definite issue, but it might be among those issues. So we're going to see what happens with that. And I don't know why you stopped me just to tell me that somebody had been promoted. That seems kind of silly to me, but that's alright. Creating a draft pool, always good fun. Maybe? I don't know. So I've run this portion of the season a good 7 to 8 different times, and Davila always gets hurt. Like, every single time. So, as I have the previous times, we're going to go ahead and call up Julian Williams, and Verdine is going to shift up to center field. But I'm not going to let him bat leadoff. This is just a placeholder, and Julian Williams then comes into play right field against lefties. I want Julian Williams leading off over Verdine in that scenario. And I think I want the same for Bobby Ramirez. I want Verdine batting 9th, because while he is a decent hitter, I don't want him getting like a giant piece of playing time any more than he deserves. Nate Sinclair, you guys, is pitching fucking insanely good this season, and I love to see it. Did I win the lottery this time? No, I didn't think I would. I did not believe that I would. It's also surprisingly easy to meet this, which I really appreciate. I really appreciate that. I don't appreciate my team losing a bunch of games, but I can't really stop them from doing that. I mean, I guess I could ask them politely to not fuck up quite so much, but alas and alack, that's not where we are right now. I am going to very quickly talk to some of my coaches, and we're going to make some new offers. Specifically, I want to keep Charlie Miles, and I definitely want to keep our scouting director, Mr. Josh Williams. Everyone else, I just want some stability. I don't want to get rid of any coaches that don't have some talent. So we're going to go ahead and just hand out some extensions here. And over here, and over here. Stop doing that. There we go. I have to have my screen now on auto hide on the taskbar, so whenever I go toward the bottom of the window, my taskbar might pop up. Hopefully that won't be in the final recording, but we'll have to see. Not Akpara, the ultimate baseball player. Steve Tyler from Aerospace. Come on, guys. Come on. What we might do, actually, depending on how long this video is running, I may go ahead and just dive right into the next off-season, too, to make up for this video being shorter. And then come what may. Any big player development changes? Justin Tufts is declining slightly. Love is declining. Michael Broadwater is getting better, though. He's very quickly showing us what he can do. Danny Alvarado is getting better at drawing walks. I certainly don't object to that. And then mostly some lower tier bumps and various player capabilities. All of this is well and good. Alright. Friends, Romans, countrymen, let us advance up to the draft. I could do with a nice tasty little win streak here. Just to improve our chance of maybe giving that coveted bye. Oh, Alvarado hit his 300th home run. Very nice. Alright. Let's get ourselves a first-year player draft, and we're going to start the draft. And auto-pick until I get to choose. I was only listening to the batters. So there's one guy I wanted to show you all, which is very interesting, because I've rarely ever seen this, is Javi Diaz. If I wanted an instant injection of quality starting pitching right now, I would go right to Javi Diaz. Like, he is the best player left in the draft, and it's not particularly close. Diaz has a really nice mix of pitches, fastball, curveball, sinker, pretty good velocity, if not fantastic, good stuff, movement, and control, with the possibility of a truly elite changeup. However, we already have one of the best rotations in the majors. And yes, Orlando Salgado is maybe not where we'd like him to be. Oh gosh, he is better than Salgado, isn't he? Hilliard is also struggling, probably with fatigue, in all honesty. I really don't want to draft a pitcher if I can take an elite position player. I mean, we are dead last in runs scored. I think something has to give at this point. We have to make some kind of upgrade if we're going to be competitive. But he's such a good pitcher. Like, almost immediately, he would probably take either Salgado or Hilliard's rotation spot. How's Hilliard hitting this year? He's also hitting quite poorly. Shit. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know whether I take the really solid starting pitcher who could start for us right this moment and would be better than Hilliard or Salgado. I'd probably have him replace Hilliard and then shift Hilliard into more of an extended bullpen role, which would then free him up to hit more often, perhaps. Like, the real issue is right here. Orlando Palacios, not hitting. Henry Salgado, not hitting. Pagan is doing well, Alvarado's doing great, and then the rest of the team ranges from mediocre to actively bad. And that's a real issue. That is a real serious issue. And, like, while I can almost certainly guarantee that hitters will start hitting better, will Hilliard pitch any better? Is Hilliard the problem? I think we go for Diaz. He's so good right now. He's comparable to Diaz, but he's super young. I think I have to do it. I think I have to draft Javi Diaz. Even if that means passing up on an elite position player. But I'm sure there's still a decent position player or two left in the draft. Jose Zamora is a positionless hitter. He's a DH and nothing more. He's a tolerable backup catcher, but I'm not super convinced he's a great fit for the team. Jose Estrada at least has a deeper offensive repertoire, and I can kind of appreciate that. Donovan Roberts, I like Roberts a lot. He's really well-rounded offensively. He's got enough glove to play in either corner and even start in center and in a pinch. Like, as much as I love Estrada, he doesn't have very good plate discipline. I mean, Estrada does offer a pretty big booming bat. And unlike Zamora, he's also got really good gap power, which means even if he's not hitting homers, he'll hit doubles. I think Estrada is our man. If he can't do it, no one can. I will take Donovan Roberts. I like players like this that are really good offensive profiles. Let's grab ourselves some Donovan Roberts. Dylan Carlton, I remember from looking at him earlier, is me throw ball hard. And while there's nothing wrong with that, I don't see a lot here that excites me. He's stuff only, and that's deeply problematic, because if he's not striking people out, he's not going to be a very good pitcher. I also don't like the lack of a breaking ball, so no thank you to Dylan Carlton. Tony Rivera is a pretty good overall hitter. I think he's kind of error prone, and I don't think that'll get better. He is going to San Diego State, though, which is a really good baseball school, so maybe we'll pick him up on the flip side. Cherry Bullard is, again, fine. Ruben Espinosa, also fine. Who do you think I should take? You think I should take Jose De La Cruz, who's got really good control and stuff, pretty decent movement, but he doesn't have a breaking ball. I don't think I can accept this. I don't think he's a good choice. I don't like the injury history. Oh, he's a sidearmer too. He's going to blow out his arm. Frank Manuel. Fastball cutter change. He's showing less than elite numbers against less than elite competition. Are there any major thumpers left in this draft? Yeah, let's take Jerry Bullard. I like him a little bit better. And then I will let's look at pitching potential. I want stuff, but I also want let's look at Eddie Vinvanco. Fastball changeup splitter. Big kid doesn't throw very hard. Good mix of pitches. I'm willing to take a shot on him. I'm absolutely willing to take a shot on him. Alright. It's not into the 6th round. I want the very best contact hitter left in the draft. It's David Ventura. The problem is all Ventura has is contact, and I don't think that's going to be good enough. I will take Tony Rivera, even though he doesn't have a clear position, just because he's such a balanced hitter. And I'll also grab me some Tony Walters. Apparently it's all Tonys all the time for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pitching potential. I'll take a risk on Josh Perkins that we can unlock some control in him, because everything else about him is really impressive. He just needs to work on that control. If we can do that, I think we'll get a real steal here in the 8th round. I think that's good enough to let our scouting director pick the rest of the draft. And now let's do some negotiating. I never really feel that it's a good use of your time to nickel and dime your players here. It just rarely pays off, and you're saving at most hundreds of thousands. And that's not a significant enough savings to really change how you would run your team. So let's advance. I'll be honest, as soon as Diaz signs, he's going right to AAA just to get his feet wet. But he will almost certainly not be in the minors for very long. That's what I drafted him for. So we get Sinclair, Tufts, and Alvarado. Those are our 3 Pittsburgh Pirates. That seems fair. And then we have Hector Romero making it as a futures guy. So it's time to go and advance up to the trading deadline. On a little bit of a win streak, always good to see. Okay, we can have Davila back, and I really do want him back unless Julian Williams is crushing it, which he kind of is. The thing is, Davila is significantly better defensively than Verdine. Actually, it's not that different. Okay. Davila keeps getting hurt. What if we trade him? As much as I'd like having him, he's too damn expensive to be someone that rarely sees the field. Alright, we're getting some legitimate choices here, which is better than I expected, quite frankly. So what am I looking for? I'd love to get an everyday center fielder. That's probably not going to happen, but a man can dream, right? A man can dream. There's some genuinely good players being offered up here, including some that aren't even, like, giant contract sucks, which is very appreciated. Alright, let's narrow it down to batters. Let's make this list a little bit shorter and look for batters. I am looking for thump. I'm looking for really top quality thump in a solid offensive package. Okay, we have Mike Young. Mike Young is fairly okay defensively. He is a captain, and he's got good plate discipline and okay power. As a 4th outfielder, I could do a whole lot worse than Mike Young. A whole lot worse. But he's not an everyday center fielder. Joe Curry is a really good all-around hitter, and that doesn't move the needle for me. You're a good all-around hitter, but again, you're not a very good outfielder. I don't hate Mike Young. I just want to see if I can do better. I'm even going to look if they're not green. Cesar Resto is a big fat no. Like, there's a lot of interesting players here, but there's none that I would consider game-breaking so far. Noé Salinas is going to have his home run suppressed in our park, and he's also fragile, so I don't think he's a good choice, unless he could play center, which I know he can't. You can barely play the field at all. Tony Snedden. Good defender. Decent base running. But your offensive game relies too heavily on gap power. And that does give me pause or concern. Let's look at center fielders only. Because that's really what I'd like, right? An everyday center fielder. If I can narrow that down, that'll help a lot. Delgado is an okay hitter, but I'd like a little bit more than okay if I can manage it. Ibarra is a better hitter, but he's not a very good center fielder. I mean, he's okay, but he doesn't have much of an arm. Geraldo is fine. I'm probably being too picky. Like, I think at a certain point, you just have to take what you can get. There's nothing wrong with like a guy like an Austin Bass. It's just I want someone who can also hit. And that's my biggest issue, is I can't find someone who can both hit and play good defensive center field. And many times I'm not finding either. A lot of the time, my choice is neither. Okay, Luis Gonzalez is a really good defender. And he's got pretty good plate discipline. My problem is he doesn't hit. And because he doesn't hit, he's going to be a liability in a lot of ways. Cesar Madrigal. Johnny Sarantos can't play center. And this is probably where you're all saying, well, Avi, what's wrong with you? Why would you expect to get a really solid center fielder when you're not giving up very much? And that's fair. That is fair. Yeah, too error prone. Wow, some teams are just stockpiling the mediocre center fielders, aren't they? Tuan Vu Pham, meh. Jake White, meh. I don't know who I want. Like, all else being equal, I'll take the good defender, but I don't feel great about it. Can't you give me one guy who has, like, reasonably good contact? A guy like Bond is really interesting, actually. That's unusually good power for a center fielder. with decent speed and a pretty good glove in center. I wonder if I could get another prospect. I'd like a Luke Abney, but he can't play center. Morales is not amazing. I didn't even see Jordan Brown. I wonder if they throw in Jordan Brown. What would I have to add in to get you guys to hand over Jordan Brown? Too much. Nope. I will take Bond if he's being offered, but I'd like to get one more interesting player. Not Alex White. Alex White doesn't count as interesting. I'll just make this trade. This isn't the kind of trade that I think changes our fortunes dramatically, but it does get us somebody who can actually play the damn position, which is something we haven't had for a while. Oh, where is Newey McStarter Paints? Okay, he's already in AAA. Brilliant. So who gets sent down to make room for the new center fielder? Or who gets traded, I should say. I think it's Chase St. Hubert. I think he has been useful for a brief period, but I think his time with us is over. And here I only want prospects, but I'll take prospects from any position. Because I have a little bit more leverage with Hubert, or St. Hubert rather. Ujin Park. Israel Roca. There's a lot to not hate about Roca. I just don't know how much I trust him. Daniel Chandler, Good mix of pitches, stuff, control. Rocha's got really good strikeout potential and a nice mix, but doesn't have a breaking ball. Woojin Park is cutter curveball, nice stuff and movement. Control isn't perfect, but I can work on that. I think Mr. Park here is the choice. Let's go ahead and pull this trigger. And then I can add Mr. Bond to our lineup and let him play center field every day. Let's do a quick comparison of Bond and Verdine just to make sure that using them as a reserve isn't better. Verdine definitely has the contact advantage, but nothing else. Bond is also about the same against either bat. Verdine is much faster. What if you look defensively? Like, it's no contest. Bond has significantly better range. And a lot more experience in position. Plus, Bond can also play in other positions, too. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to slide Bond into the lineup. At the bottom of the lineup for now, but that may change. And then we'll see how the rest of this goes with Verdine and Williams leading off at their respective positions. Go ahead now and generate me a new depth chart, please. Big no there, and an equally big no there. Game, stop trying to make Alex Hilliard play like every 5 minutes. That's not what he's here for. He's here to do all of the things, not just some of the things. If tired, if tired, if tired. Anybody else whose contract is coming up that I might want to trade? Oh yeah, the new deals for Palacios and Almaguer have both kicked in. I could just trade Verdine. The downside of trading Verdine is it takes away a very capable regular. You know what? I can wait till the offseason because I still have him for one more year if I want to keep him. So I think we'll just continue onward with what we've got up until the deadline. All right. What do we do with Javi Diaz? If we don't put him on the 40-man now, he's not going to be eligible for the postseason roster. How has he pitched in AAA? Is he struggling? He's barely pitched at all. Okay. Like, here's the thing. The rotation I've got now is fine. I don't want to change it yet. Let's go ahead and let this keep running for now. Yeah, I don't see the point of interrupting the good part of this team when I can let him work out his issues in the minors. To truly become an excellent starter worthy of joining such luminaries as Alex Hilliard and Orlando Salgado. Nelson Orozco doesn't impress me as much as he used to. Like, even for bat purely off the bench, I don't think he brings enough to the table. Trading him wouldn't be the end of the world. Especially when I've got Jose Barrera, who is basically Orozco but better, in the minor leagues. I think trading Orozco does make some sense. Let's see what we can acquire. Surely somebody's going to have an interesting prospect that they can't wait to get rid of. Excuse me. My stars. I was going to try to mute myself, but it just snuck out there. Already, Xbox Game Bar, 2 thumbs up for me because it hasn't crashed yet. I wonder if I can get a package of prospects. Like, I'm not looking for anything life-changing. I'm just looking for really solid pieces. Zabala's not too thrilling. Holloway's pretty solid, actually. I wonder if I can get him to throw in one more prospect. Probably not. But I'd like them to do so, if they'd be so bold. I'm going to ignore the greens. Like, there's no way in hell any of these greens would get traded to me. Could I get Josh Gibbons? No. I mean, could we do better, though, is my question. Juan Barrera? Yeah, I'll make this deal. It's not anything thrilling, but it has a very important effect, which is letting me upgrade Jose Barrera to the major leagues. Because we do need a really big power bat off the bench. That is not optional, it is mandatory. And a guy like Barrera offers some pretty legit pop. And I feel pretty solid about that choice. And then if tired, if tired, if tired, if tired, and if tired. Alright friends, let us play forward a few more games. Okay, Salgado is getting better. Very good, as is Juan Love. Anthony Young is getting better. Barrera is getting better. Salgado is getting worse. Ramirez is getting a lot better. So far, Bobby Ramirez seems like one of my best selections in the offseason. And I love to see stuff like that. Some real good stuff here from Vinny Diaz. I like it. Michael Broadwater, the rare homegrown starter from the Pirates of late that's actually been pretty solid. Okay. Let's go right up to roster expansion time. I swear to God, I thought it just said El Paso nipples. I don't know what's wrong with me. Really? Can you not? Please? I beg of you? I guess I'll run Shorterman because I don't really have an obvious choice for someone else to play center. Because I don't want Verdine playing center anymore. I don't think he offers enough. Diaz can't play center. Castillo can't play center. Jesus Lopez can't play center. Danny Salcedo can play center but can't hit. I guess we could try Elijah Jackson. He had a pretty great year in Double-A last year, and he is a fairly talented player. He's not an incredible center fielder, but to be quite honest, I think he's the kind of player we could use right now. So let's go ahead, put him on the IL, and promote Elijah Jackson. And I'm just going to slide you right on in there to play center. I do think his future is probably in one of the corners. Is Williams no, Jackson's definitely the better center fielder. So we'll run with that for a couple of weeks and see what he can manage. Okay, I am not bringing him back just... Oh my god, don't hurt Bobby Ramirez. He's been so good this year. Like, look at this shit. Oh my god. Go ahead and let Bon rehab in the minors. Because as soon as I found out what happens with Bobby Ramirez, I have a feeling he's getting recalled. Oh my god. I lost Justin Tufts too? And yeah, he's out for 4 weeks. Alright, so we're going to bring Bond back, but now I need to bring a reliever. Dave McTavish is quite clearly the next man up. I don't think there's any disputing McTavish is the next best pitcher. Now, who's the closer? It's not going to be Hodges. It's going to be Medina. Because I want Latona. No, or it could be Latona. No, Medina's a better all-around pitcher. We'll make you the closer now. I am the closer now. And you can do middle relief stuff as you do. I don't know why I just picked middle relief twice. That was kind of stupid. Alright. So I think Julian Williams probably gets to play right field every day now. It's not really what I desperately want, but I think it's what's best for the club. Bond slides right back into play center because, while I have no beef with Jackson, I don't think he's a talented player, I don't want him starting. Certainly not over anyone else. I wish you'd stop trying to play Hilliard every day. Hilliard might be on the way out, for the very simple fact that apparently my AI can't help itself. They seem to want him to be playing the outfield like every single day, and he's already my 5th starter. I would pull him out of the lineup before I'd pull him out of the rotation right now, especially because he's not hitting that well. Actually, he's not hitting that well. Salgado at least gets on base. I can't say that at all for... I mean, I can't say that at all for most of this team. Hey, Hilliard, I'm pulling you out of hitting. For the moment. I'll go ahead and stop using him as a two-way player. I can reactivate it later on, but because he's struggling so much in the field, I think we'd be far better off with letting somebody else. What did Tufts do? We got a bone spur. How do you get a bone spur when you're working out? You know what? Never mind. I don't work out. I'm a lard ass, so maybe it's a real thing and I'm just being unfair. I don't know. I don't know. I do vaguely recall Jason Bay winning Rookie of the Year in 2004. That brief window when the real-life Pirates were actually pretty solid for, like... I think those are the same Pirates that eventually had Andrew McCutchen. Dalen McCutchen was a cornerback for the Browns. What the hell is with my brain today? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Cool story, y'all. I'm really disappointed by Bobby Ramirez getting hurt because he already looked like one of my best choices in this offseason. He's playing really, really well. Okay, so I've got a couple of open roster spots. I think Vinny Diaz definitely gets one of them. Vinny Diaz is a really good contact and power hitter, and I think having his bat in our back pocket makes us a better team. I feel like we probably also want a pitcher, but I don't know who that pitcher is. Is Javi Diaz hurt? He sure is. You know, I'm going to leave another spot open because we'll get Bobby Ramirez back in 2 weeks. And that's what I'll do. So I want you to regenerate the depth chart now that Hilliard isn't an option. and see where that takes us. It's interesting you want Diaz to play first every now and again. I don't hate it, but it is interesting. So I will, like, Hilliard just as a starter is fine. I have no beef with that. Alright, let's advance forwards. Really not the whole month. I'm just doing it until we get Bobby Ramirez back and I can slot him right back in where he was. Man, what would we have been like if I did get Alex Luna right now? I mean, we've already won 89 games. It's hard to say that we're playing badly, but... okay, let's do a quick assessment of my manager. Is there anybody here who's really good all around who would make a pretty solid manager? Yes. Agustin Bernal, I'd like you to become the manager. You don't have to speak to the manager because you are the manager. I am the manager. Let us advance forwards. Alright, give me him back. And Mr. Ramirez, I'm putting you right back hitting against right-handed pitching. You're too freaking good to not be starting every day against left-handed pitching, or right-handed pitching, rather. Who's that? Nate Sinclair, 250 career victories. Very nice. We've already clinched a division. Excellent. Don't let up on the gas yet, though, gentlemen. I want us to be in a good position to potentially get that first round bye. Heal up. We're not going to get Tufts back no matter what, I don't believe. Sorry if that popped in really quickly here. I had to move around a bit. We won 101 games. I find it difficult to argue that we haven't played quite well. Alright, playoff roster. Oh, we don't have one at all. Oh, because playoffs haven't begun yet. Cool. Cool. Alright. Do I want them to leave Franklin Verdeen off the postseason roster? I actually don't mind it now that I think about it. I don't mind having Elijah Jackson instead. Yep. Alright. So, odd man out for rotation purposes. I mean, I could just roll with a 5-man rotation. Who's pitched the most effectively? Okay, Nate Sinclair and Love and Broadwater are all brilliant. Yeah, Hilliard is very clearly the odd man out here. So I'm going to go ahead and let Hilliard be emergency starter if we need one. There you go. Alright. The playoffs have begun. I get a lovely bye. Which means no matter what happens, I cannot be eliminated in the wildcard series. And that's awesome. Where did my logo go? That's weird. That is truly peculiar. You know, I feel like a fool. I just noticed a couple days ago looking at my desktop mic that the volume knob on the front of it is for headphones. It's not for the microphone. So that makes me feel pretty silly, in all honesty. Anyway. Alright, let's get some real baseballing happening here. Wow, Nate Sinclair did not get the win, but that's okay. Juan Love gets win 2. And a sweep. We got some damn fine pitching, though. Check out this day by Broadwater. No hits, only 1 base runner. That's how you know you've had a good outing. Cool. For the... No, I think for the next one, I still don't want to use Hilliard. I mean, start soon is a bit of a misnomer. Alright. Oh no! You're not allowed to beat Sinclair. That's not fair. He's meant to be a god and indestructible. I mean, to be fair, maybe he was awesome. Yeah, he was pretty awesome. It was just Hodges ended up pitching 2 innings for some reason. Love gets us back on track. Nice. And hey, kind of a dumpster fire of a game, but I'll take it. No home runs. Got 8 runs. I can't really complain too much there. And Salgado has a fine game. And Nate Sinclair locks it down. Well done, gentlemen. Whom shall we face in the World Series? It is the Yankees. Every true American's most hated baseball team. I'm kidding. Let's get after it. Went up being 5th overall in runs scored, so clearly the offense did much better. That's not nice of you, though. I don't remember giving you permission to win that first game. That's against the law. We tie it up. Excellent. That's amazing news, but I can't use him because, well, it's the middle of the World Series. Henry Salgado really did a number on them there. Very appreciated. Fuchs. Oh, dear. Goodbye, Orlando Palacios. You certainly baseballed well. I don't want the series to be even, though. Okay. Alright. Let's see. If we don't win this game, I will play Game 7. There we go. Alright, gentlemen, friends, Romans, countrymen, let me turn on my headset. You should be able to hear the game audio. At least I'm hoping you can. What is going on here? Are we tied at everything? I think you might be a little bit drunk, game. All right. Now, the good news is we have Nate Sinclair on the mound. And if there's any one person I want on the mound in a tough spot, it's Nate Sinclair. Let's see what we can accomplish, my friend. I'd like to request that you get the hitter out. Like all of the hitters, but let's start with this one. I will take that. And 2. Oh, man. I mean, that pitch was very hittable. I'm glad that he didn't hit it, though, because that would have made me sad. All right, come on, Julian Williams. Let's get this Game 7 started off right. Oh, that's an out, I think. Yep. He got a nice piece of it, but just didn't hit it hard enough. And poop. Come on, Salgado. Oof. That wasn't that amazing by Talton. He just had to like step 2 steps over to get to it. And there we go, Sanders. That's what you're here for, is to make really good defensive plays. And a strikeout. Come on, Pagan. Nice. I will happily take a base runner. Base runners make me happy, especially when Danny Alvarado is up next. That's an out. Almaguer, please. That's a double play. That's not what I wanted. Oh my gosh. Oh no, okay. That should be fine. Alright. Good play, Alvarado. Come on, guys. Let's get some offense put together. That was a weird hit, but I guess that's what happens sometimes. Really, dude? Can you not play flawless defense? Just fuck up a little bit? As a treat? No? Easy outs only? Cool, cool, cool. Oh, he caught it. Or he didn't catch it, it just bounced. There we go. A nice double play. Get fooked, Fuchs. Sorry, I know that was inappropriate, but I also don't care. Bro, I don't care if you hit a fly ball that goes nowhere. That doesn't help the team. I mean, I guess the good news is we're putting the ball in play pretty consistently, which means all it takes is an error by the Yankees or getting a nice big piece of a pitch to really do some damage. Nice infield single, Salgado. Now come on, Pagan, make him pay. That's on making him pay. That's an easy out to center field. And Perales is out of the game. I don't know if I care about that or not. Was he really good? I know I should probably study my opponents, perhaps. That's a double at least. Yeah. And then they get him over to third, which is hardly ideal. But we're gonna come right after these guys. Boom. Huh. Oh, they brought in a new pitcher already. Interesting. I guess I can see it. Perhaps. Come on, Almaguer. Ouch. Very ouch. Come on, can somebody? No, we can't. It's not legal. Okay. Really? Can you stop giving up easy hits to, like, lower tier players? That's not cool. What the fuck is that bullshit? How do you get nobody out there, Sinclair? Come on. Well, we got one out there. I've got to trust your stuff. I mean, you could stop, though, anytime. Stop giving up hits, Sinclair. At least it only scored one, so thank heavens for small favors, but I'm... Oh, dear lord. Sinclair, the fuck is wrong with you? What the absolute fuck is wrong with you? I mean, that was a fairly good pitch, but still. I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, come on, Yankees. Back the fuck off. Yeah, he's losing a lot of his velocity. Oh my fucking Christ. Stop it, Yankees. Go to hell. Oh my god, Sinclair, quit giving up hits. He's making good pitches, they're just hitting them. Come on, dude, get us out of this inning. Alright, you're out of the game, dude, and I don't know what the fuck was wrong with you that inning. You just decided all of a sudden, nope, I'm not going to pitch anymore. Pitching is too hard now. No, that's not what I wanted at all. I want this button. Yeah, let's go ahead and get... Who's coming up for the Yankees? It's a lefty and two righties, so let's go ahead and get a righty up. Let's go ahead and get Fujii up. Like, I don't think it matters. I think the game's over. The moment that Sinclair melted down in the 6th inning, we don't have the offense that can easily come back. We haven't even scored a damn run yet. Because every pitch we hit just dies. We're not making solid contact anymore. There we go. We got one hit. The question is, can we build on it? And the answer to that question is an emphatic no. Because everyone is just going after every pitch, and it just dies. I will let Sinclair pitch to Nieto. I mean, it took a sliding catch, but I'll take it. You're done. I can't believe that. 3 back-to-back home runs, and we're effectively completely boned. We don't have the firepower to come back easily. We don't. That is our greatest weakness as a team, is that we don't have a lot of firepower because our park doesn't normally allow many home runs. Unless they're playing the Yankees, I guess. Then the freaking skies open up. Oh my god, could you stop? Like, seriously, stop scoring. Quit getting hits. Just fucking stop. Oh my god. Can we please execute just one damn time? No, that's not allowed? Okay. I'm absolutely not singing. If anything, I am weeping for the complete ineffectiveness of my pitching staff today beyond the 6th inning. And let's not miss the fact we're not hitting at all. We're not. The next time we get 2 hits in a row will be the first. Please, stop with the weak fly balls. What is wrong with this team? Like, I don't mind losing the game. What I mind is when our team just makes no effort. For 5 innings, we had everything going our way, and then we didn't hit. Which is what happened last season, too. Making the World Series is lovely, but not if you can't win the fucking thing. Like, it doesn't matter. I need 9 runs in 2 innings. And I'll be lucky if I get 1 run in 2 innings. But I guess Vandana walking people feels okay. Nope, Young's gonna strike out. Cool story. Thanks, guys. Truly exceptional job. Alright, it's Julian Williams. No, it isn't. It is Mr. Bobby Ramirez. We're gonna try to make this happen. That feels like an out. Yep. Really, you don't even move up to 3rd? And we're done. Oh my god. Game, can you fucking stop? Can you just stop not trying? Like, I think that's what I find most frustrating. It's like the offense has just given up. Like, the moment Nate Sinclair allowed 1 home run, they're like, well, we're done. We don't want to try too hard. We'll save effort for Game 8, coach. There is no Game 8, you dipshit. Really, dude? That's it, Almahuer. Just let it bounce right past you. Don't actually try. Great, I want to get 9 runs in 1 inning. Easy peasy. Guys, I don't think we're even going to get 1 run. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think that I am. We got bases loaded for Tony Sanders. That feels wrong, but I don't have anybody who can replace him. So, go for it, Sanders. Really? I can't even get a sacrifice fly. You can't even give me that much. Nope. Can't put forth any effort. The fucking Yankees won the World Series. That's just disgusting. Yeah. We fucking shit the bed offensively. Which is, again, something that happens every season. Fine. What a disappointing conclusion to the season. Maybe I desperately do need someone that hits for, like, ridiculous power. I don't know. I mean, amazing. I'm glad you think I'm an OOTP god, but I'm not as enthused. So Sinclair stays. That's good. Another 4-year deal. Excellent. Friends, let's talk about how the season went, and we'll just see the off-season stuff for next episode. Right here. This is the problem. This is the problem. Not one of our players was above average offensively in a meaningful way. We got some really unimpressive performances from a lot of people we're counting on a lot more from. While nobody was bad, nobody was excellent either. There were a couple of bright spots. Anthony Young turned out to be a really solid catcher, and that's always nice to see. Danny Alvarado was as good as advertised. Maybe not perfect, but still pretty solid, right? Orlando Palacios had a nice little bounce back season before he got hurt. Almaguer did it again, was worth right about 3 wins. Bobby Ramirez was our one big success story. Like, Ramirez definitely has a place on this team going forward. I wish he could hit a bit against lefties, but I can work with that. Henry Salgado was by far the most disappointing thing this season. I don't know what's happened to him, unless it's just the fact he's getting older, but he did not hit at all. A 207 batting average for your number 3 hitter is going to kill your team right quick. Tony Sanders remains an average offensive player at best. Zhuling Ban, I'm not going to give too much shit to because he literally just came to our team. And he's actually looked pretty good with the Pirates. So we got a lot of work to do, my friends. A lot of work to do. What we do not have to do work with, though, is pitching. Nate Sinclair was 416 strikeouts. Are you literally joking me? That he just fucking steps up this season. It's like, I don't care that I'm 37 years old. I'm Nate fucking Sinclair. We got an amazing season out of Juan Love. Michael Broadwater probably needs the kitty gloves taken off next year because he led the league in ERA. Orlando Salgado went from an uninspired rookie season to a significant improvement in his sophomore season. We got decent performances. We got an amazing performance out of Ed Hodges. I was right. I said to myself, we need a new Joe Camp, and we found one, and he was everything I hoped for. Really great piece and really helped the rest of the team. Justin Tufts was fine. He just got hurt. Alex Hilliard was fine, I guess. We got really good pitching out of most of the team. It wasn't the pitching that held us back. It's this number right here. As long as we don't have consistent power threats in the lineup, we're going to continue to struggle. That's just how it is right now. And that's got to be something we have to fix in the offseason. Don't let me talk myself out of it. I absolutely have to sign a big power threat. Because right now, I think I have one guy with 70 plus power. Maybe 2? Yeah, I have 2. One of whom didn't even play every day. So yes, we need a big power bat, no matter the cost, no matter the circumstances. If we can't get a home run hitter to make the rest of this team more effective, then we're in trouble. I do think we have solved most of our issues with the outfield. Bond needs another season to show what he can do in center, but so far he's okay. Bobby Ramirez was fantastic, and I'm really eager to see what he does next season. And Julian Williams was competent. I do think an everyday right fielder would be nice, potentially. But I think Henry Salgado is the number one thing that has to change. If Salgado can have a bounce-back season, I think we're going to be a much better team and a much more scary team. If he doesn't start getting better real fast, though, we're going to have to move on from him. That's just how it is. I can't keep him around if he's not going to be very good. And he won't let me trade him, which is whatever. But if I got to bench him, I will. I really hope he can bounce back, though. If we take a look at his BABIP, is it in the toilet? Was this just really bad luck? That's really bad luck, guys. So maybe there's something to this, and he'll bounce back, and it'll be as if he never had any problems. But that's this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope this recording situation is permanently helpful. And most importantly, I hope you have a lovely day. This is Guardian. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I bid you a fine afternoon.